Hey guys, welcome to Red 50. Today we are at Shelby America and we've got the GT350, GT500, and all these cool Shelbys as you can see here. We're going to be taking an in-depth look and taking a look at all of the cool Shelbys and even the original Shelby performance car. So we've got a lot of these prototypes right behind me, and we've got a bunch of GT350 and 500s over here, and we've got some of the S550 GT500 too. A lot of concept cars. This one is going to be pretty cool. So we're going to be taking a look at in-depth look for all of these cars and just kind of show you what these cars are and just kind of reading some of the history behind them. And I actually did not know Shelby actually had its own production car as well back in the 90s, which is pretty cool. This is the factory where they do the conversions of the Super Snakes and Shelby Shelby GTs. Basically, they will take your regular Mustang GTs, convert it into like a Shelby Mustang, and you can see all the Mustangs being worked on currently, and it's pretty cool to see them in person. So we've got the GT500. This is actually the original GT500 owned by Carroll Shelby, and we have a GT350 right next to it. Funny enough, I did not know how the names came up to be, and they were actually pretty random, where the Shelby basically asked the guy working on the Mustang to just kind of come up the distance from his house to the factory, and 350 is how it came up to be. 500 was just a bigger number, so that's how they kind of came up with the GT350 and 500. I always thought there was some meaning behind it with the engine or the displacement, but that's not the case. We've got another black Shelby GT350 with a gold emblem. You got hood pins as well. Looks very aggressive. I like the fog lights being the center of the grille. It seems like that was probably standard for the year. I don't know if it's a 68 or 69. If you guys know, comment below. But I do like that. I've always admired these grille style on the S197 too. It just looks a lot more meaner compared to when the fog lights are kind of spread out. Here's another Shelby. This one maybe is a GT500. The grille looks a little different, similar to the red one next to it. I think this one may be a 70 because it's not a fastback. These are convertibles. So same thing here. We've got chrome bumper. Really, really nice red. Although I do like the shape of the earlier Shelby a little bit more than this one. Well, I do like the taillights on this one. Just kind of looks very aggressive. And the ducktail spoiler too, which is iconic to that generation of the Mustang. Next to it is a bullet green, or like that Highland green, the iconic bullet Mustang color. But this is of course a GT500. Looks very aggressive. The fastback look with the louvers, all of that stuff just looks absolutely killer. And this is the lineup that we just kind of went through. It's these GT500, the Shelbys just look so good. We're gonna take a look at those 4 GTs too, the original race car, and you know there's 3 of them over there that we're gonna take a look at that. But man, I would love to own a classic Mustang, but if I can do classic Shelby, that would be amazing. This one, the newer ones, the Shelby Super Snake, I believe, it's a $140,000 car. They basically take your regular Mustang GT and supercharge it and give you all the performance goodie. So it's not a real Shelby that you can get from Ford, but it's basically Shelby America's version of it. So it's really good. This one is a roadster basically. AC Cobra, these are all original AC Cobra. This one may have been restored, as you can tell from the paint, but I love these 427 AC Cobras. I know a lot of kits are out there in terms of the replicas, but the original one of course takes the cake. It's pretty much, I feel like it's a death trap driving one of these cars with a big V8 and pretty much like no weight. They probably weigh like less than 2,000 pounds. And of course you got the side exhaust too, which just looks really, really menacing. We got some pictures as well in the background that kind of describes all the history of the racing and how the Shelby brand came up to be. So that's really iconic with the Shelby brand, and just kind of really nice to see all of that. Here is the Ford GT. I don't know, probably not the car that was raced at Le Mans, but maybe a replica of that. It looks very good. Love the color scheme on that, the blue and the red. This one might be real. I gotta find someone to talk to them. This one might be real. And here's another Ford GT. This one is not. This one's pretty much a race car, as you can tell, kind of from those tires, and the rear end also looks a lot different than what we just saw with the other car. And you can tell even with the glass, it's like one of those reinforced glasses. And then here is I think this one is a prototype of a Ford GT. The color looks really nice.
I don't know what's in it. The hood is open. I'm not too familiar with engines back in the day, so if you know what it is, comment down below. I'll be curious to see. Daytona Coupe is what it says, but I'm just not sure what engine is it still a 427? Maybe something else. Looks very chromy and shiny. Looks to be good. Another version of that, but this one is a roadster, so this one is a convertible basically. Honestly, I'm kind of curious how much these cars really go for in terms of the replica, the kit cars. Of course, the original ones are gonna be way too expensive, but it would be nice to kind of rock a replica AC Cobra 427. This one's pretty interesting. It caught my eye. It's a copper um, AC Cobra replica. I believe the story behind that is that the guy got it where it was completely done for, and he rebuilt it from scratch, and then he wanted to look very unique, so he went with this, copper paint. It even has like the number plates in copper, so that's kind of interesting. This is Low Red, the GT500 CSS. Not sure what that means. If you do know in the comments below, then, or if you know it, put it down in the comments. I loved it. I feel like this is probably my favorite in terms of how it looks. The King of the Road edition, the fastback look, the King of the Road. I feel like these probably fetch a pretty penny. It looks to be a 428, 429. Looks really good. If I could get this in a red, I would be set. Here is the another AC Cobra. A lot of these ones actually, the AC Cobras. So do not touch the cars. Yes, sir. We won't touch the cars. It looks really mint. 1964, last 289 Shelby Cobra. So I wonder if this is the original one that's been restored, because the paint obviously looks new. Man, this we just visiting Shelby headquarters kind of makes you think about the legacy behind all of these Shelby cars. We've got a 2020 and up, the S550 Mustang GT500 hood, signed by various people. I don't know what the significance to that, but it's kind of cool to see that. But yeah, a lot of Shelby GT500. This is 2013/2014, or actually no, this looks to be 2011 and 12, based on the front fascia. And a British racing green, looks to be an original race car. You can tell by all the dirt and everything around it. Another Shelby Super Snake, based off of the S550 Mustang, with the American theme kind of going around with the stripes and everything. It looks really good. I don't know if I'm a huge fan of convertibles on a Shelby, but I like how they look. I hope you guys enjoyed this Shelby tour, and if you did, make sure you like this video and comment below which one was your favorite, and of course subscribe to Red 50 for more videos.